Yep, Becky's out there watering the cows. Just got this one going. She was over here trying to do it while I was filling buckets, but I like these ball valves. As the dog tries to walk in the middle of me. Yeah, the one the hose is hooked to it doesn't seal when it's shut. If you just noticed, the other one had a drip, but they're usually hooked to hoses other than in the winter. Look out, Rainy. You see how short the thread section is? It's still the same freaking thread, but they're a pain in the ass to get a hose started on most of the time. She couldn't get it. And, yeah, I know why. Even though we drain them, and it's hanging, that hose hangs right in this, between the post and the edge of the board there. Straight down so it drains. It'll only take a little tiny bit of ice in the thread and you will not get it on. So you turn the water on it for a second, freeze your fingers, then it goes right on. I think she got her fingers wet without doing that though. And let's see, Becky told me last night, oh yeah, it was supposed to be like 34 degrees by 5 o'clock this morning. Yeah, bullshit. It's still 37 or 27. It stayed at 27 all night. But the humidity's back up in like 88% or something, so it feels cold this morning. And she's probably almost ahead of the game with the water out there. Usually I go turn that one on right after I feed the cows their grain. Oh, they're down there a little bit into it. I moved my coffee cup, so I have two things I can zoom in. As soon as they're done with grain, they all go out and tank up. That way they got multi-meal or something like that, right? It's oats. Maybe it's oatmeal, but it's not rolled, it's ground. They will do more than what the hose can do. But it seems to be working out really good because their main tank time is right now when they're done eating. And in the evenings, it's only been down a few inches, but it'll be down to where it's almost empty in the morning. So anyway, I don't know what we're going to do today. I'm sore, not hardly moving very well this morning. But obviously still have things to do because that really needs to get some straw in it. Getting too close to calving to have everything that mucky. I mean, if it wasn't for the moisture in the air, that would be a lot drier. That's the biggest thing we fight in the winter. It's not a matter of the cows. Oh, some idiot over here tried playing with the trough too hard. Almost tipped it over. It's not a matter of what the cows are putting on the straw. It's a matter of the air. Everything just stays wet. And if we get down like we were yesterday, that actually dries up in the barn really good. You can make fresh bedding go for like 2 weeks if it stays cold like that. But the temperatures we've been where it keeps getting just above freezing and the humidity's been so high. I mean, I could spread straw in here every single day, but we don't have enough straw for that. Oh, anyway, I'll see what I bring you. There's 4 minutes anyway, right? And I almost, somebody when she came out this morning stopped in the lawn between the house and the trailer. I seriously thought about getting you another one of those political pictures, but I didn't. I forgot to mention it's supposed to be really windy the next few days too. Yep, out of the south, just like they said. They got a high wind warning for 1,000 feet and above. Well, I'm sorry. We're at like 180 or 200 feet above sea level. Yeah. It's going to be a comfortable day to be outside. Not. things that can aggravate a person. That water's been running for like 10 minutes. It's running through the float, so it's running through it. Freaking little tiny hole. It's just barely enough in there now that he can reach it. Usually if my mother isn't getting any of the water back here, she lets me know. And I take care of it. She didn't. That was almost empty too.
No, it's
75 gallon tank for 2 horses and 1 bull. I don't get it. And that other one is for that bull and the steers and the little bull over there. I mean, they'll go through 200 gallons a day easy. So, anyway, just thought I'd show you how wonderful the New Year's really going. And the wind can't make up his mind. West wind, east wind. So, it's still ain't over 30 degrees yet. And we're supposed to be like 38 today. I don't know how that's going to happen. But, hey, you never know. It's been such a nice day. Raining good now. Wind's still blowing. Note the straw over here on the ground. Yeah. The cleaner straw wasn't down there. Trying to get between the wind gusts. And right now it's not blowing through here because it's coming from the other direction. I was tossing out to where that one's back end's facing this. Yeah, it all came right on back through here. Yay. Gotta love it. So, take a break and show you what I'm not getting done. It's been one of those days. Had to fix a part on the dryer. That was an act of Congress, and I think there's another part missing. The trap door that closes when you pull the lint trap out. My mother broke that because she was trying to shove the vacuum cleaner in and caught the door and broke the tabs off that it hinged on. There's been a new one sitting there, but nobody could figure out how it went in, so I got stuck with that today. Yeah, I thought, okay, maybe the hinges are offset because there's a center hinge too, and I'm like, okay, maybe it's offset so it'll naturally spring it up and close it. No. So I think there's a part that went somewhere. Not my problem at the moment. Damn thing works, right? We cleaned the lint trap. It was good. Or the lint line. Pulled it out. Pulled the hose off. It was all good. So I don't have to worry about that for a while. Now I'm finally down here doing this before I feed them and water them and put them to bed for the night. And every now and then, look out there and watch those limbs bounce. I found a Becky. She came down to water. I got that done. Only a few bales I had to pack over one forkful at a time. Clean the mess up. And in case you can't tell, it's raining now. Wind's still blowing, but you can't hear it over the rain. And something I was thinking about as I was watching, yeah, that really bright spot in the middle. Too bad I won't actually show it. There's an old green fiberglass panel there. From the board up, it's missing. The rest of it's hanging over the hole right now. You just can't tell it. It's been banging up there in the wind. Number one was going to go up there a month ago and put some screws in it. Little things you learn about stuff as you get older. You know, when all that was put up, that's all Corby up there. That used to be, other than the straight corrugated, that's the only thing you could get around here. For a long time, Corby was it. So in 1970, that was all Corby. Except for that wall over there, it was straight corrugated, all used tin. But that wall up there was put in all new. Well, those panels, when you go over the top of the tin and put nails or screws, either one in, the wind still beats on that fiberglass panel. Eventually breaks it loose. Over onto these, which were replaced when we put new roof on. In case you can't tell, that was all used. That's actually used straight corrugated. And that's straight corrugated clear stuff. But that hole looks a little narrow, don't it? I can step out here and reach without falling on my face. the edge of that plastic right there where my index finger is. It's left that much so the wind can't get behind it. The plastic's underneath the tin on both sides. As there's a drip of water right there at the end of my finger running down. You can't see it. So same thing on this side, but the plastic runs clear over. That protects the plastic. The big sliding door on the back barn, that's made the same way. Just different material, but still the same way. The plastic is underneath the tin. You know, you got a raw edge on the tin, but the tin will hold itself. Plastic can't handle it. So, just a little tidbit. You lose, 4 or 5 inches of coverage that way, but you also have something to last a lot longer. So, while she's watering, I get to have fun. Pack 3 more bales up and over here, and maybe 4. See if they got anything left. Left in the feeder or not. If there's something left, I'm only doing 3.